Thank you for joining us today for our Toolkit talk. My name is Tina Barton, and I'm the Senior Program Advisor to the Executive Director at the EAC. This is my teammate, Steve Deitch. Steve is a Senior Election Subject Matter Expert. Today, we would like to introduce you to our toolkit for communicating election and post-election processes. Over the next few minutes, we will cover the why behind the creation of the toolkit, what the process was for developing the toolkit, and how you can make the toolkit work for you and your community. Let's start with the why. During the 2020 election year, election administrators were challenged to provide education about and explanations of how all aspects of the election processes work. This challenge was magnified because we live in a modern age where information travels quickly and is not always accurate. To make things more complicated, every state administers elections a little differently. Most election administrators only have limited time and resources for developing communications materials. We recognize that it can be extremely challenging to explain election processes to the public, especially while ballots are being counted. Confusion about election processes can lead to mis- and disinformation. Election officials need resources to explain complex election and post-election processes to voters. This toolkit is for you, election administrators. You are our why. After the 2020 election, the EAC heard feedback from election administrators that they could use assistance in explaining critical election and ballot counting processes to observers, campaigns, the press, and the public. In addition, our newest advisory board, the Local Leadership Council, surveyed its members asking about their greatest resource needs. They voted communications and public relations as the most important topic for future work products from the EAC. The LLC also voted toolkits as the most helpful format for receiving these materials. Next, we are going to talk about the process of how the toolkit was developed. Some election processes are better understood than others. This toolkit focuses on the activities that needed the most explanation, like ballot collection, canvassing, and certification. We wanted to use both text and images to help voters, observers, and other members of the public better understand each process. We would like to acknowledge and thank Joe Gloria, Registrar of Voters for Clark County, Nevada, and Chris Piper, the former Virginia Elections Commissioner, as well as their staff, for providing valuable feedback and input throughout the process. Additionally, the EAC's senior election subject matter experts reviewed and provided feedback on all of the products. The final product reflected the needs of election officials, a toolkit that is both universal and customizable.
You make the toolkit work for you. Each piece of this toolkit is fully customizable to fit your jurisdiction. These documents can be printed to provide information in person to election observers or online on your website or social media feeds. The Central Language document contains all of the text used throughout the toolkit, covering all of the steps of the election process, from voter registration to storing voted ballots after Election Day. Before using any part of this toolkit, review and edit language in the templates to match your jurisdiction's election procedures. Review and edit all the blue and orange highlights. Blue highlights indicate policies that change across states. Orange highlights indicate policies that may differ at the local level. Delete any sections that don't apply to you. Rearrange the order of steps to match your jurisdiction's procedures, and add your election law citations. The toolkit also contains many illustrations. These images have been used to populate the sample materials included in the toolkit. You can also use these illustrations on your website, social media, or other educational materials. Some of the images may be particularly useful for training poll workers, canvassers, or election observers. The images are available in a variety of file formats to meet your needs, including the original Adobe Illustrator files that can be used to edit or change the colors of the illustrations. The process poster contains 12 steps, and it is intended to provide a broad overview of the election process. There are several ways to use this poster. You can post this information at the entrance to your elections office to provide an overview of the election process to your voters. You can also post this information at the entrance of your facility to provide an overview of the election process to workers or observers. Share this poster on your website or social media feeds. Like the process poster, the Pocket Guide includes all 12 steps included in the toolkit. The Pocket Guide can be printed double-sided on a single piece of paper and folded into quarters. You can print and distribute the Pocket Guides at your office, during voter registration drives, or other events, or at your polling locations. Consider sharing the Pocket Guide on your website or sending the files directly to schools and nonprofit organizations. The toolkit also includes several sign and handout templates. Overhead signs can identify what process steps are happening at a station by title and illustration. If election processes are happening in a large room, these signs can help observers better understand the activities taking place at each station. Like the overhead signs, door signs can help identify what processes are happening at each station, but they have more text and are intended to be read at a closer distance. The handout template is a printable, double-sided document that can provide more information about individual steps in the post-election process. Just as each jurisdiction has different processes, each jurisdiction will also be able to use these products in different ways. Smaller jurisdictions might find it most helpful to post the process poster at the entrance of their office and have pocket guides available and handouts available to visitors. Medium and large jurisdictions, meanwhile, may have more space to post door signs to help observers know where different processes are taking place. In large, open facilities, it may be most helpful to use the overhead signs to show observers which activities are taking place at each station.
Thank you for joining us today. Our goal for this project was to create clearly written materials that jurisdictions can customize to their laws and procedures to explain the vote counting process and counter misinformation. For more information about the toolkit for communicating election and post-election processes and to download the toolkit, go to www.eac.gov/toolkits. On the website, you can also view additional instructional videos for each piece of the toolkit. We hope that you find these materials useful. If you have questions or feedback on the toolkit, please email us at clearinghouse@eac.gov.